Now discuss some tech names to buy on the dip. Let's get right to Dutch Masters, founder, Carnivore Trading. Dutch, nice to see you on a Friday. So look, the NASDAQ's down 23% this year. Is that enough? Is that the bottom?
Yeah, the market here has something for everybody. This market for the short-term trader has got volatility, and the day trader or short-term trader needs volatility and loves volatility. And the long-term investor has, some value opportunities. For the first time in a long time, they've been whining about not having enough value opportunities out there. Well, now you've got them, and we find those underneath the NASDAQ index. The big index mega cap stocks are not necessarily values, in my opinion, in our opinion, but we feel that there are a lot of fantastic and powerful growth companies that have gone from $500 a share to $80 a share or $100 a share, and they're continuing to grow. They're continuing to have high margins, and so that's where we're surfing for value.
Right, understood. And I know you have a lot of names here at Atlassian, for example, Advanced Micro, MongoDB. All of these names are down in a big way for the most part, say between 20 and 50% this year. So the group has been hit hard. What kind of elements do you look for when you pick these names?
Well, it's interesting. We have a resident genius here that we call Trader Z, and I love what he says. He goes, listen, these guys make all the money. They make all the money on planet Earth, okay? They have the biggest growth numbers. I mean, these guys grow 30, 50, or 80% or 100% a year in top line. They have margins that are 70, 80% gross margins, okay? And so these guys make all the money in the market.
Yeah.
You can take every airline and every railroad and every industrial company, combine them together, and they don't make the kind of money that 5 of these companies make. So we love the business model they have. We think there's value being created there, and there's continued growth there.
So with that, I mean, when people are talking about recession or soft landing versus, this recession talk, I mean, inflation is real, rates are going to be higher. What's their big picture response?
So we're seeing lower highs on the rips that come up here. We're in a bear, okay? The bear looks like a saw blade that's tilted downwards. So we're in a bear market. We're going to have ripping, wicked rips up, and that's where we can make some money on the long side. But we had a great day yesterday when the market ripped up, and we ended up with 50% cash at the end of the day because look what this market's doing today. There's just no follow through, and you get lower lows and just up and down every day. Now, for investors, what they should know, and for traders, is that when you get into this kind of a market environment, you can't buy and hold. Your time frames, if you're a swing trader who's normally trading 7, 9, 15-day type of trades or 30-day trades, you have to compress your time frame. We've been forced to compress our time frame all the way down to being almost day traders occasionally, and we don't necessarily like that, but we have to take what the market gives us.
Right, and actually a friend of mine here on the floor of the stock exchange, I asked him, and he said, look, it's just more of a trader's environment right now, and if you're a trader, you like it. If you're trying to pick long term, it's a little tricky. ServiceNow, CrowdStrike are also on there. Any specific thoughts on those two names?
So, yeah, first of all, ServiceNow is an absolute beast, okay? I was just in Las Vegas, and they took over half the town, and everybody running around there was a ServiceNow freak. So these guys are a big monster growth SaaS company. CrowdStrike being in the cybersecurity space, being one of the better companies in that space. I think I want to highlight something kind of special here. Rivian is not necessarily a tech company. Let's call it an EV company, or it's a truck manufacturer. But we are all over this position because the stock was I think $178, and it went down to 20. Okay, we liked it at 178. So, I mean, what's not to like at 20 or 30, right? So they make an incredibly cool truck. I mean, it's just a fantastic truck, just from a utility standpoint and everything else. So the first fundamental thing is they make a fantastic product. It's killer,
Right.
you know. And
Right.
I'm a truck guy, you know. I own lots of trucks, and I love trucks, and I've never wanted to buy an EV truck until I saw all the stuff this thing can do and all the space it has. So, you know, you've got a $30 stock with 17 billion in working capital and about $1 billion, $1.5 billion in debt. I think you're going to see this thing make a run. We're going to get an 80-100% return on our position there.
Right. You know, I'm a truck girl too. I happen to love trucks. I think they're a lot of fun, and I see where you're coming from with this one. I think there's just been a lot of apprehension about the production line there and whether or not they can get these things out to market. I mean, it's a great concept, but you know, have you seen them driving around? How many of them? That kind of stuff. I think that's the concern overall. I mean, did you like Ford?
I did
Totally
like
different
Ford.
topic.
No, I did like Ford, and you know, I keep looking at Ford now, and Ford's probably going to get it right with the, you know, their electronic truck too. There's a pure play here with Rivian. I think,
Yeah.
you know, they've got it. They, you know, from the ground up, you know, built what they want without any legacy issues there. I think that. It'll get it right, and it'll probably be a big reason why that stock moves eventually.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love that you're a truck guy. I think it's a lot of fun. I hope you have a beautiful, fun weekend, Dutch. Always happy when you're able to join us on the show. And for these tech names here at Atlassian, AMD, MongoDB, CrowdStrike, and ServiceNow, Dutch Masters, and of course, Rivian. Thank you of Carnivore Trading.